I have a very important question for you guys, but first, I need to find a coffee. How many coffees could you have in a day? Is it 2, maybe 4, maybe 6? Everyone has a sense of how many is too much. If I have 4 coffees in a day, then I'm probably going to be overstimulated and I won't be able to sleep at night. If I have just the one, then I might not get through a busy day at work. What I'm trying to say is that everyone has a sense of how much is too much. And I don't think phone use should be any different. When I use my phone too much, I'm usually more stressed, distracted, and less able to concentrate on the things that I'm doing. And this is hard, because most of the time, I'm not even aware of when I pick up my phone. So, I did some research. And what I found was that 75% of all app opens are completely compulsive, which is crazy because what that means is we don't really have control of how we use our phones. There's a reason for this, and it involves a multi-trillion-dollar industry designed to mine your attention and hack your dopamine system to keep you glued to your phone. There's a lot of research and many films about this particular subject, and if you're curious about that, check that out in the link below. At Opal, we're helping hundreds of thousands of people save millions of hours of screen time that they would have otherwise spent on their phones. We do this by giving people full control of their phone use through the Opal app, with features like App Lock. Here's something everyone can relate to. I want to stay productive during the week by limiting my screen time, but I also need some flexibility so I can access all my social media during the week as well. I want to be able to open X, I want to open Instagram, I want to open Pinterest when the time suits me. Screen time will only let me set limits based on a time constraint. There's no way to create a limit based on the amount of times I open an app, for example, or to change the difficulty of the block in case I get tempted to bypass it. App Lock is a feature in Opal that blocks apps that I find distracting, while allowing me to unlock the app a limited amount of times per day. Here's how to set it up. On the Opal dashboard, you can navigate to the blocks page on the bottom menu. Under the section New Block, you can click on Set Lock. App Lock shouldn't be confused with app limits, which limits the amount of time that you can use a particular app. App Lock is different because it limits the amount of times that you can unlock a particular app, and there's a short time limit during that session. Back to the video. Jenny is a furniture designer. She needs to access her Pinterest boards throughout the day to find inspiration, but she's aware that it can be a little bit distracting if left uncontrolled. So Jenny sets up an app lock. Throughout her day, she limits access to Pinterest on her phone to just 6 opens a day. Each session is limited to 15 minutes of access. That's enough for her productivity. Jenny knows that some days would require more Pinterest use than others, so she sets the difficulty level by clicking Can Be Reset. This way she can reset the limit after it's been reached. App Lock is a great way to target specific apps on your phone with daily open limits. This way you can still access your favorite apps while staying within your limit. Every time you open a particular app, you're met with a block screen which reminds you how many times you've opened the app. Actually, most screen time apps in the App Store only give you an on or off app limit, which doesn't leave a lot of flexibility. Opal gives you many ways to control your daily app use, including daily open limits, difficulty level, and how long the app is blocked after you reach a limit. The way I like to think of it is that App Lock gives you a moment's pause, so I can think again before I start opening a distracting app. So, you've just learned how to use the App Lock feature in Opal. Next, I'll show you how you can use a feature within App Lock to block the most distracting apps without the ability to cancel or skip the limit that day. This feature is really useful when you have an app that is really distracting, like Instagram, and you need a strong block that you can't bypass after you've reached your limit. To access it, just navigate to the App Lock page. Under Difficulty at the bottom, you'll see the button titled Hard Limit. In this mode, you have to wait until the next day to access your blocked app once you hit the unlock limit that day. Here's an example. Jenny opened Pinterest 6 times today and hit her limit. When she tries to open it a 7th time, she's met with a block screen, like this. In hard limit, she has to wait until tomorrow to access it again. And there's no way to edit this lock once it's active. This is one of the most requested features from people around the world, which isn't surprising when you learn that over 75% of all app opens are compulsive. So that's it for today. You learned how to use the app limits feature in Opal. With these features, you can be more mindful about your phone use by limiting the amount of times you open your apps.
Oh, and before I forget, the average person will open their phone 150 times today. If that's more than you thought, let me know in the comments below.
On the Opal dashboard, you can actually see how many times you've picked up your phone today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to learn other ways to manage your screen time, be sure to subscribe for more content like this.